This is behind the scenes of The Comfy Couch, and I was just informed that I just need to do a makeup tutorial, but that's okay, because I will continue this series. But first of all, put your hair back, scrunchy or something. Take your glasses off, as I clearly did. If you have longer hair up front, maybe put it back in like a scarf or like headband, you know what I mean? Alright. First, what you're going to want to do for stage makeup, primer and primer. You're also going to want to wash your face beforehand you do a show. And you use a moisturizing primer or a spray or whatever you got. Moisturizer works fantastically. I personally like to use it. If you don't have it, not a huge deal. Also, you're going to need a fan to have it. I'm just kidding. This is honestly just for whatever, you know what I mean? Also, if you're going outside and planning on doing this outside, personally, because I'm a ballerina, I stay indoors for about 90% of my shows. But if you don't, some nice sunscreen will do you well. So apply that on the face. Make sure to spread it evenly. Also, when you're spreading it, you never want to spread down. You always want to spread up. Now, this is the point where you use foundation concealer. I personally hate foundation with a graving passion. So I like to do a swipe down here, a swipe down here, a swipe on my Never Going Zit. And for actual performances, I will put on some type of foundation that I probably borrowed. But if you have foundation, concealer, put this on. And you're going to want to blend it out with dabbing motions. So you're going to want to blend this all out, and I'll look in the mirror for this. After you've blended all of that, and you can barely see that you've barely slept, barely see it, you're going to want to take a brush, and you're going to want to set it wherever you put any of it. I'm going to be doing stage makeup, so hope you like that. So, and if you don't, well, that's your problem. And for stage, you're going to want to put foundation. I like to use some foundation powder on occasion for stuff like this. And that's currently what I have, but honestly, any powder works. Just to keep everything matte and in place. My good friend Tobin would like. And you know what I'm seeing here? I'm seeing orange on the lid, on this half, yellow, and like a red. So I'm thinking, because this is an all matte look, you have to use all completely matte shadows. And if you don't know what that means, it means no shimmer, nothing. Just like plain base color. I have the James Charles palette. That's embarrassing. Okay, so I'm probably going to use this shade, this one right here, a hint of this shade, and this shade right here, which I think is called B, but I'm not sure. So I'm just going to be using those shades for this eye look. We are going to do this together. So when I'm seeing this, I'm seeing I should leave room right here. So I'm going to take the orange, get it on a nice blending brush, and see what I'm going to do. I'm going to pack it on the lid. Just start packing it on the lid with leaving space like right here. So you don't want to touch that area. Just keep on packing it on the lid. What I mean by packing is I'm taking the color on my brush, tapping it off for the excess, and I'm just stamping it on there. And just do that for a while. We can always clean it up if you make a mistake. So just keep on doing that. I'm sorry, I had to refilm this. But basically, once you've packed enough, you're going to have to start blending. And because this person is an artist of themselves, they would know what blending looks like. And my camera is not that good, but you can see like from the packing, I just quick shimmied this up here and started blending. And you're just going to want to take your brush completely straight, unlike some of us, and you're just going to want to do it back and forth until there's a nice gradient here. Okay, so now that you've seen this gradient here, you're going to take either this brush and be very careful, or you're going to take a tinier brush if you have one. I have this one. Just kind of works. And then I'm going to take the red. And you're going to want to be very careful with this. And I'm just going to bring this forward a little bit, my light. And you're going to want to place it like, okay, you're going to want to place it like inside the socket of your eye, but on the outer part of your socket. So you're going to want to put it like right in this area and just place it in this area. Bring it a little towards the inner corner, but not a lot. And you're just going to place it right there and place it there for now. And build up the color until you can see it pretty good. And always remember, tap off that brush. Now that you've done that, you're going to want to take the original brush, no extra product on it, just going on it when it's clean. You're going to want to blend to make a gradient into gradient, like to smooth it into the orange that we had previously placed down, which is kind of like our base shade, so this is not as patchy. If you can see it like in the light a little bit, not really, sorry, my bad. But you're just gonna want to gradientize this just to, that's not a word, but whatever, it's fine. Just to make it like, you know, smooth and not harsh of a line and very smoked out. Okay. So now your orange eyeshadow is looking kind of sad. So you're going to go back in with your orange. Hear me out. Another tap, and you're going to just pack it where you originally did. And diffuse again. Just a little bit. Not that much because we've already diffused so much. Also, don't be afraid to like be messy with this process. I get it. Like, it's probably gonna be messy like mine is right now, but we can always clean it up. That is the beauty with makeup. So once you've done that, you can move on to the next step, which I'm going to take an alternative brush. This brush is a flat, tiny brush. How do they do it? You're going to take that yellow. Now if you're feeling crazy, you could put a cream base, but I'm not feeling too crazy today, so we're not going to do that. And we're going to place it inside this area. And we're going to place it there. And we're going to bring it to the lash line. Make sure we get it in there. Do not poke your eye out. Just going to place it there. And go into your inner corner. And place it from like here to like right about where like you know this, the inner corner of your eye. And you're just going to do that. Oh, I thought I was recording. Oops. So once you've done that and put it from here to here and inside your eye, you're going to just sweep it in here, like right here. And on your eye, you're just going to sweep it. And that is pretty much the end look for the eyeshadow. If you just follow these instructions, I know my lighting's not too great, but that's kind of your thing. Also, I'm only going to do eyeshadow on one eye because I'm really lazy today and I don't feel like it. Okay, so now that that's happened and your eye is looking like that, yay, up next to the light, looking pretty good, looking pretty good. You're going to do eyeliner. I suck at eyeliner and we're not going to be doing it on camera because I am bound to mess it up. And I need to be very close to the mirror because I rely on it for this kind of stuff. But you're just going to put a line from here to here with try not to like wobble your hand so much because, you know, anxiety, that happens. Yay. It's probably going to look really bad on me and you're going to do a tiny wing, which is where you take your eyeliner, you go up, and then you just drag it in and connect it. Now that you've made a tiny wing, you're going to do your lower lash line, which is essentially you're going to take this and your orange and buff it underneath your lash line. So I'm going to take my orange again, get it on the tip of the brush, really just get it out there and smoke it on the under eye. Smoke it, smoke it, smoke it. If you're feeling crazy, you could put yellow in this part and connect it, but I'm not, so yeah. Just get that, buff it underneath, get a nice gradient, you know what I mean? Now that you've done that, this is optional, but I like to curl my lashes, so I'm going to curl my lashes and then apply mascara. I think everyone knows how to apply mascara. Also, can I be clear, like, curling your lashes is optional. Putting on mascara is not for show business. So I have my mascara on, if you can see it. Not really. But now we're going to do brows. And personally, for stage brows, I like to use a brow pencil and a gel. But I found throughout the years I have pretty full eyebrows, so I don't usually do this. So what I truly recommend is buying a tinted brow gel. And you take it, this one's from NYX. It's the tinted brow mascara. And you fluff your eyebrows up like so. And give it this type of shape, nice and fluffy. But if you have lighter eyebrows and you want to fill them in, that's kind of like up to you. Kind of your game. After that, you're going to do lashes. Now, lashes are somewhat of like, if you want to do them. Now, I have different types of lashes. I have my drag lashes, which you can barely even see them in here, but they're in here. I might use these. I have my stage lashes, which these I get at the dollar store. They're honestly amazing for stage. And I have fun lashes, but we're not going to use fun lashes. I think we're going to use stage lashes today. They're not as like va-va-boom. And I use the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. And it's formulated without latex. Especially with lash glue, I recommend doing a patch test if you're not sure if it's going to be good for your skin or not. But some of them have glue included. I would especially like say you should probably like patch test it before you put it on your eyes, because it could cause a reaction, because companies can be shady. Now when applying lashes, you're going to take your glue. I like to do like the brush kind, because I just find it to be a lot easier. So I have my brush and I have my lash, and I'm just going to put it on here. And it's going to take a little bit for it to get super tacky, so I recommend saying the ABCs around twice, and then you put it on the inner corner and finesse the outer corner. And I recommend always going up with the outer corner rather than down if it's being difficult. Now that I have my lash on, you can see my eyes look a lot more dynamic, and they definitely help me, especially because I'm a dancer, expressing my face. And honestly, I'd only do these if you were having like a show not like indoors, but like, you know, at a football game for people in like the color guard, you know what I mean? So this is just kind of what I recommend. It just makes your lashes, also if you mess up, no one can see it, because like you like really go in, you can see like I totally messed up on mine. But like from here, she kind of looking good. So that's what I do for that. Next, I'm going to do bronzer and highlighter. I just like to do bronzer because it makes me appear just a little bit more tan than I am, and B, for stage, it just makes you look a little bit better just to like see you, but that's for things with like lights and like all that. But I just recommend it and do it in like this kind of like 3 shapes, so under the jawline. And if you like suction in your cheeks, like you like can see where your crease is, not like crease, but like cheekbones are, and like on your forehead a little bit. Just make sure you blend it out so it doesn't look crazy. And also I don't do blush for stage because I get so warm already that I just don't. And I like to use a balm highlighter. This one's ColourPop Flexitarian is amazing. And I just take it on like a brush like that and just kind of lift it up. Just like that. And then, I'm not sure what you guys are doing for lips, but I would assume just like put on some lip balm unless Jackie says something else, and then we're just gonna go put on that spray again just to melt all the powders into your face. If you guys are doing a red lip, just pop it on. You know what I mean? I don't know what you're doing for lips, but if you are, just pop on a red lip really quickly, and that's the finished product.